To me, BHA is life.
For me, I think BHA is a friend.
To me, BHA is a place of learning and a place of diverse experiences.
The goals of the MYP program are for students to develop their own learning pathways. So students have opportunities for choice, to make ethical decisions that shape their learning as they are going out and shaping a better world.
MYP is really about developing skills that the students can then transfer from different subjects into the DP program, but also into their lives.
When I first started BHA, I felt very nervous. I felt like it's pretty confusing and hard. But then after about the second week of school, I started wanting to come to school, and then very excited for the next day, and then I want to go to school.
The nervousness decreased a lot due to the Jumpstart program. We have this prep time as a Jumpstart camp. I joined there and it was great because we get to know each other really well. And I think BHA really cares a lot about students' social life and their emotions.
My brother and sister already go here, but I went to other school before because Bringsong Asia didn't have a boys' middle school. When Bringsong Asia decided to open the boys' middle school, my family was really excited. So now I can see my little sister and brother at school, which is really nice. Also, my dream is to become a coder or a designer. And Bringsong Asia has the best programs for both of these subjects. So my old school and BHA has a big difference with education system. BHA follows the IB curriculum, and it makes us to be an independent thinker. So I think it's better to be a thinker than just memorizing things, because thinking makes me improve myself.
Same unit all throughout your calculation. Got it? If you use millimeters, use the same thing so you don't confuse yourself.
At Branksome Hall Asia, design is a very unique program. Every student takes it, and it's an integral part of our curriculum. And that is a way that students are able to develop their design thinking skills from very early on, like in the junior school, through to the middle school and then up into the senior school.
We learn how to design logos, labels, and how to make a product, make a good packaging through our unit called Chocolate Maker. I think it's a really good opportunity for us to experience the procedure and the thinkings in the actual designer's point of view. When I learned it, I felt like I'm becoming a pro designer.
Design sits almost at the center, where students are learning skills and technologies that they can then take to other courses or take to other areas of their learning and use those skills to really develop their knowledge and understanding, not just in design, but also just how you solve problems in science or how you solve problems in art or the humanities.
I really liked the design part. I didn't know that schools could have so much 3D printers, even laser cutters. I was like, wow, I'm gonna use these all. I'm gonna use these in my MYP, my high school, my senior program.
The arts at Branksome Hall Asia includes visual arts, but it also includes music and theatre and dance. In the middle years program, all of the students are exposed to all 4 of those arts for 1 semester. So in semester 1, for example, a grade 6 student would do perhaps dance and theatre, and in semester 2 they would do visual art and music. That pattern continues all the way through the middle years, and when they leave the middle school they then make choices about which of those arts they'd like to continue or whether they would like to continue in the arts at all. The education, the philosophy of arts, the thinking skills, the ways of looking at the world that a student gains by studying the arts is applicable to every career, to every path that people might take in their life.
The dance was actually one of my weaknesses, and I hated, honestly, I hated dance, but after I came here, I realized that there are many genres in dance. So we are currently learning about b-boying, and I realized that it isn't bad at all. Like, thinking towards dance has become better.
As an IB school, we consider languages and the acquisition of a second language to be very important. And in both Korean and English, we offer either language and literature or a study of the acquiring of the second language, language acquisition. In language and literature, as the name suggests, we focus on literature, but also on language as it is used to convey specific effects. In language acquisition, on the other hand, we are more interested in the cultural implications of language and learning language and how language and culture are interrelated. And the objective is really to learn about different cultures, and also by comparing different languages, your mother tongue with the language you're learning, that gives you a deeper insight into your own language at the same time.
In MYP, we're trying to further develop the skills that students learned in the PYP. So we're working on thinking skills which can become more creative outside the box, where students can actually come up with new and innovative ideas. Another skill we're working on is critical thinking, when they actually have to analyze what they're reading or what they're writing and how it connects with another text, themselves, or the real world.
In grade 6 math, we've been looking at volume and surface area, which is tied in very nicely with the design unit that the students have been working on, where they've had to create a package for a product and use their math in designing that. So they've actually had to calculate surface area and volume and compare package sizes and all sorts of things. The grade 7s, they've also been looking at a real world situation at the moment in relation to statistics. And applying statistics to different settings. So looking at mean, median, mode and range, which they've then applied to give recommendations about different things. I also teach science, so I can make links across both math and science with the students. So, for example, we've been doing scientific method with both the grade 6s and the grade 7s, of how scientists go about doing investigations and constructing their write-ups and things like that. And then analysing and the data and all of that, which is all part of the statistics work that we've been doing in math. So there's lots of links there across the subjects, which I've been able to do.
You need to write in life and in general. This question is important because you need to have general and specific. Yes.
This year in Individuals and Societies, we've been looking at the Silk Road with the grade 6 boys. They're trying to make connections between the Silk Road of old and current trends and globalization and how the world market works. The grade 7 boys have just finished a unit on the world religions, and they're looking at different beliefs based on the perspectives of people who might believe in. And really what we're trying to do is get them to not only learn the content, but really to learn the skills that are needed across the MYP and up into the DP. And one of the most important things is research skills. The boys, both in grade 6 and 7, have large components of research. They're looking at resources, they're picking and choosing which resource to use, they're keeping track of what they're learning, they're keeping track of where the sources are. And these are really important basic skills that will take them probably all the way up until they're in grad school. The thing after research skills that we're looking at is critical thinking skills. As they're researching things, they need to analyze what they're researching, they need to compare it to sources of information that may say something to the contrary and decide where they land, which one is more accurate, which one is believable, which one is reliable. And finally, we're talking about communication. It is essentially the final step. You do the research, then you think critically about what you researched, and then you communicate that research. You demonstrate to others that you have an understanding of the content through how you present.
Some of the aims of physical education is to have the students pursue a variety of interests that hopefully down the road become lifelong interests and pursuits. We use an inquiry model in many of our subjects, including PHE. And so right now our boys are involved in a fitness unit, and they are taking on the role of a fitness coach. So we're exploring some of the key concepts around fitness development and program design, and then the boys are pairing up and then they take on that role of a fitness coach. One of the other essential aims of our program is to develop leadership, social responsibility. We're just building that culture of sport here at the school, but already we're active in the local community of international schools and also with partner schools on the mainland as well. Some of the activities that are really popular here across all the year groups are our badminton program. Soccer, football is very popular as well. We're very blessed to have the only ice rink on Jeju Island, and it's really, really exciting to see how that hockey program is starting to develop. We've got a 10-lane, 50-meter Olympic-sized pool. And that also is, a great opportunity both within our PE program. All of our students swim, either as standalone units in the junior school or as one of their PE units in the middle school. And then also that moves right into the CASE program as well. So we have a very active and a very healthy swim program. We've been going through some ongoing upgrading of our facilities. Over the summer, we had some upgrades to our tennis courts to turn that more into a multi-purpose area, where we can then offer other activities as well. We have a great little golf zone out here at the school. And then also our gym facility here is currently looking at going through some upgrades. In our very first term of having the boys here on campus, we've already had, we fielded our first soccer team that was very successful. We've also then had boys joining our swim program, also a part of the hockey program, including the badminton program as well. So as we move forward, we'll be looking at offering a broader range of competitive sports and activities, and also building on the experiences in the PE program to be able to kind of give them that opportunity to explore more higher level elite performance.
It's been an exciting time for all of us. It's a new thing for the school, having the boys join us in the middle school this year. And we put a lot of effort leading up to this year into preparing for the boys. And now since August, we've been able to put that into action and see what the boys have been getting up to, and it's been great since the start. We've had some very energetic and enjoyable time, especially through lessons and through Week Without Walls. So initially at the start of the year, we decided and focused on building community. So many of the advisory activities that we did at the start of the year were focused on getting to know each other, developing mini workshops and program elements that led into the Week Without Walls, which was really the main culminating activity which helped us build that community. It's been a very interesting journey since the start of the year. The boys are so positive and energetic and bouncy, and it's just been fun seeing them in action coming into school. They've got confidence, they've got their own points of view, and as a team of advisors and myself, we've just enjoyed learning about the boys and who they are, really. At Branxton, we are a full DP school, so the boys are coming into an MYP program which presents its own challenges in class. It's a demanding program, especially in terms of the different types of assessments. And as advisors in GLC, we're supporting the students to be successful in that program. So we're spending a lot of time working with students one-to-one, looking at organisational skills, looking at what they need in terms of helping them to manage, but also helping them to develop as individuals within that.
It's an assistance, a guide for me that could lead me to my future. I really love the BHA's studying style, which is respecting the students.
It's not just like normal like learning, labor. It's just like very fun, and it's a fun way of learning.
The boys in particular, I think the experience that they would gain here at Branksome Hall Asia is second to none.
Developing content knowledge and skill knowledge is important, but it's not as important as developing people who are going to be effective members of society.
I was feeling, oh yeah, I chose the right school.